The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On first down, Allen. And incomplete to open things up. That one was intended for John Brown, but it's going to be second down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown there to make the grab. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now on 1st down. Finding Knox there, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And taken right on the 30. And he goes out right around the 39. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Prescott to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
Prescott.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 48-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
22 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Stepping up, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dallas.
Dak Prescott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Prescott now. And this throw will be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Incomplete.
Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's second down.
It's now second.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Allen again. Quick slant to Brown. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13.
That ties the game, 13 all. Tyler.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the
when you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down now, Singletary, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The tackle made by Jalen.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been...
And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Ezekiel Elliott.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And the grab by Croft. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This is Tony Pollard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
30-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he fires one incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Pass on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Again, it's Elliott.
Second and 2.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down carry by Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Cowboy ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, it's Prescott. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Brings up fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Singletary again, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Mike McCarthy saying let's go for two.
Conversion.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in Buffalo.
The third quarter.
It's been a good one so far. Just a two-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run with Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 11. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him in this. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They go to Elliott again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He may try and run for, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field, and of course for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Taken in the end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. It's complete to Diggs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Diggs has it. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Elliott. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now Prescott. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Today's final score.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.